Welcome to Beadie Monday, a weekly tutorial where we take one random item each week from this box to redo it. You'll be able to see everything that's in that box in my pony bead creations video. You can find that video along with all my past Beadie Monday videos in my pony beads playlist. Don't see something in that video but you'd like to see a tutorial anyway? Just leave a request in the comments in any one of the videos. Also, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the like button, and also check out my Etsy. My links can usually always be found in the description box of any video, but if you're unsure if I'm on a social media platform, just search Beadaholic94. Now let's jump right into this week's Beadie Monday. Where has the week gone? It's time for another Beadie Monday. I'm recording this a little late, so I apologize that it's going to be up late. For the ones that you see me toss back here, I have already done them, so you can check out my Beadie Monday playlist to see those. Here's one, perfect, and I swear that I did not set this up. It is a bat. So we're gonna do our bat for Halloween. Okay, so the bat is actually a pretty basic pattern, but it looks great if you want to use it as decor or a necklace or even pass it out on Halloween. To do this, I'm going to use this flat plastic string, and I'm using my black one just to match the bat. I recommend flat plastic string over any other string. I find it easier because if you make sure that it's not tangled, then it actually goes through really well and keeps it reinforced nicely. So I'm just going to take a random amount of this. I try to take more than I think that I would need, just because you can always trim it off and save it for next time. Once you have your piece cut, you are going to match your ends like this and just go down to the other side. You will see that this forms a bit of a loop. At this point you can let go of your tips. Now I make a knot just like this, so that way you don't need to use a new keyring for every single creation that you make. You can just slip this loop onto your current keyring, or you can even hang it from a hook. Now we're going to take one side at a time and start adding our beads. So we're going to start with just 3 black beads and move that down to your knot. Now you can pick up your other string and put that through all of the beads on your first string. So both of your strings should be through all your beads like this. Now just pull that tight. And this will have created your first row. Now we're going to add the bat's ears. To do this, I'm just going to take one side of my string. I'm taking my right side first, but it does not matter at all. And I'm going to add on 1 black bead. And now I'm just going to circle back through the last bead on the right side. So only the last bead, just like that, and pull that tight. Now you got 1 ear, and we're going to do that to the other side. Now that we have our ears, we're just going to continue our rows exactly like we did for the first one. So you're going to take 1 black bead, 2 colors for your eyes. For my original one, I just used green like the pattern shows, but for this one I'm using this glow in the dark green. And then 1 more black. This is what you should look like at this point. For the next row, you will need 3 black beads. This is where you should be at now. And now we are going to do the rings. We are going to do the rings one side at a time. So just take one of your strings and you're going to pick up 6 black beads. Just let those go all down. We're going to skip that last one that you threaded on, and we're going to go through the next one. Hold that tightly and pull your string. Now we're going to take 1 more bead and add that onto our string. Now we're going to skip that next bead and go through the next one after that. So we're skipping that first bead that's there and going through the second one, pulling that tight. And now we are going to take 1 more black bead and add that on. And now just go through the last 2 beads. Pull that tight. Now we're going to do that exact same thing on the other side. Now that all rings are done, we are going to pick up our rows exactly how we were doing before. 2 rows of 3. And here's where we should be at after those 2 rows of 3. And now we just need to add the feet. So to do this, we're going to do it exactly how we did the ears. Add 1 black bead, go back through the last bead on that row, purr that tight, and now do that on this side. And now to finish it off, instead of doing knots like most patterns show, I do it a little bit differently, where I would take my string and go back through a few rows. This makes it so you don't need to knot it. It actually reinforces the rows so it stays a bit better, and also it makes it a bit stronger where the knots usually come undone for me. You don't need knots that don't look very good and won't stay. You just go back a few rows. I usually go all the way to the top, but you can usually get away with just going back a few rows. And then once you fear that it is reinforced enough and it's not going to come undone, then you can cut off the excess string. Just if you're going all the way up, just skip the rings, make it as if it wasn't there. So I went from this row to this row. And you're just going to do that for each side. And that is our completed bat. Happy Halloween!